Good morning. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. It is Monday, probably about noon. I had to check because I stayed up late last night. Oh, wait a minute. I stayed up all night long. Did a 3-hour live with a few of my friends. Had a wonderful time. And I thank the folks who showed up. We had fun. For all of you that's watching the video, hit the subscribe button, folks, if you haven't already. Turn the little bell on so it goes ding, ding, ding. And hit the like button. Tell me what you think in the comments. It don't even have to be what you think. If it just pops in your mind, put it in there. You know, if you think about pink elephants, type pink elephants. It's okay. It don't bother me. Actually, when I was growing up, if I couldn't pronounce a word in a book that I was reading, my mother taught me to say pink elephants every time I couldn't pronounce a word, and it actually helped me to learn to read. It also made the books a whole lot more interesting. There's a whole lot of pink elephants in the books when I was younger, so it made it really interesting. That was just a little useless information for you all to absorb. Um, Today is not a factual day, okay? Not facts. Most of this is sort of hearsay. Okay, now, now, as I say many times before, I've made a video about this already. Um, Actually, I was watching Michelle Walks, I believe it was, or Michelle After Dark, whichever one it was she had on this morning. So I give her credit for this. I have personally not ever seen this text, but she was referring to a text message that was between Candace and someone else, and this was early on in the investigation, in the case. And basically, it was somebody else, allegedly now, somebody else accusing the oldest boy, Josey, of being the one that done something or harmed Summer or something to that effect. And Candace texted back, well, how would that be possible? Josey was at work with his dad. Okay, stop right there. As Michelle says in her video, and I'm going to say right now, we do not know if this was a real text that came from Candace or somebody who just made up a uh, profile with Candace's name on it that answered that question. But, and if that was it just standing by itself, I would agree 100%. But if we go back, and I can't tell you the timestamp, like I said, I've been up all night. I've only got a couple hours sleep, so we're just winging the video this morning, okay? But if you'll go back, I know that it's there. I believe in Candace's interview with Chris McDonough, she makes the statement that the boys being at the house by themselves was okay because Waylon or Wyatt, whichever one is the eldest of those two, had his cell phone with him. So in case anything could happen, he could call 911. Oh, well, that's what she says. But it sort of contradicts why she didn't use her cell phone when Summer went missing, because you can't call 911 from up there. So she says. But anyways, you get the picture. But my thing was, when she said that, I'm thinking, well, if all three of the boys were at home and Josey is the oldest, he would have been the one in charge. If something happened, he would have been the one to, have called 911 or somebody else for help. Why wouldn't Josey have, why didn't she say, well, Josey had his phone with him? But she didn't. She said Wyatt or Waylon, whichever one's the eldest. She said they have like Wyatt. Wyatt had his phone with him. It was okay. Which made me believe that perhaps Josey wasn't even there. So maybe Josey was at work with his father. If we go back to Hunter's interview with Chris McDonough, Hunter brings up the fact that he thought that the boys, plural, had went to work with Dawn that day. Maybe it wasn't the boys, maybe it was just Josey. If we go back a little bit farther, Dawn's interview with Chris McDonough, and I know this says, it says it in there because this is the part that I've done a video on. When Dawn says that he called Candace, he says he called her about 3 o'clock and that she informed him that they still had to pick the medication up and that they were thinking about going swimming. And he told her, well, seeing how yous have got all that to do, we might as well go ahead and work late. And I have always questioned that, even before I made the video on it. He said, we will just go ahead and work late. Well, once again, I asked Dawn, who is we? Dudley got fired the day before. Dawn was supposed to have been working solo, by himself, nobody else there. So when he says, we will just work late, who's he talking about? Possibly Josey. Josey was with him that day. Now, how did Josey get home and dropped off before? Because when Dawn came in at 7, supposedly, allegedly, the cops or the law enforcement was already there. So I'm sure they would have seen Josey get out of the car with his dad, and something would have come out about it by now, if that had been the case. So at some point during the day, if Josey was with his dad, some point during that day, Dawn had to have brought that child home. Either that, or when Candace went out at 4:30 in her mom's truck to take Summer for whatever of the million theories that are going around. Let's pick the one where she's supposedly taking the baby to Dawn so he can take her to the hospital, okay? Maybe they swapped kids. Maybe Dawn got Summer and Candace picked up Josey and took him back home with her. Now, Michelle did point out a very good point. If Josey was there and not at work with his dad, then Jody Sue saw him, right? And Jody Sue did say that she saw the 3 boys. So we know Josey was at home after 4:30. Was he with his dad earlier in the day? How did he get home? Did Dawn bring him home? Did Candace take Josey and meet, or did Candace go meet Dawn and pick Josey up and bring him home? The questions just continue to pile up, folks. And that's another reason that I'm not doing a fact video today. And I'm not going to be showing you stuff on the screen, facts about this or that. Now where Dawn says that we will just work late, I'm almost positive that was the Chris McDonough interview. But if it wasn't, then it was the first interview that Dawn did with the behavioral panel. I know that's the 2 references I had on that specific phrase that he said. So it's in one of those 2. As far as Candace goes, I believe that it was when Chris and Candace were at the water, and she said that the oldest or the middle little boy had his phone in case something happened. So Y'all take what I'm saying, just like I said about everybody else, y'all take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. Go check out the videos yourselves. I've named all the possible references: Michelle Walks, Michelle After Dark, Chris McDonough, the interview room, and the behavioral panel. Go check them out. See if you can find them. Um, I wouldn't lie to you all for nothing in the world, not on purpose. I appreciate your time, and I hope you all come back. If you're not subscribed, if you are subscribed, I expect you all to come back. So, y'all have a wonderful day. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. And don't forget to pray for the kids and hug your own children and tell them you love them. Because you never know what tomorrow will bring. And if you have parents, go hug them and tell the good Lord above, thank you for the parents that you've got. Have a good one.